Hey folks, it's Farmer Marshall. And just like you, if you're into gardening, I really don't want to admit it, but I hate cold weather because not only does it make me feel bad, but my garden, I don't really know what it did to my garden. I've had my garden covered for the last 5 days because the temperatures, let me read it off. Temperatures, Monday night it got down to 30, Tuesday night 28, Wednesday night 23, Thursday night 28, Friday night 21 degrees. That's horrible. It's not good for me. It's not good for my garden. But I did a video in November talking about the top 10 plants to put in your vegetable garden for November with the expectation that these plants would last through January, February, and March, and of course through December. I didn't expect that December was going to get this cold. I was thinking that we had at least another month before we had any freezing temperatures. So let's see how well the plants that I put in my garden, let's see how well they fared. And so as you can see, I didn't use anything special. I just used plain 3 point, I think it's 3.5 mil plastic. I got it at Home Depot. I have ordered some regular frost protection, but it's not here yet. Ice. We did have a little bit of participate. We did have a little bit of moisture, a little bit of a drizzle, I guess. But here's some ice that's on top of the plastic. More ice. So yeah, it did get cold. Well, so far so good. We'll take a close-up look. But so far, so good. But plants over here are mostly different from the type of plants I have over here. And no, there's no tomatoes in here, or squash or cucumbers. Well, what do you think? Let's take a closer look. Okay, over here, my kohlrabi. Look at that. Still looking great. 5 days under the plastic. Honestly, a couple of these guys look like they grew bigger. I wouldn't believe it, but maybe it's just my imagination. But yeah, they were under the plastic for 5 days. Not because it was below freezing the entire time. It would generally get below freezing at night. It might stay that temperature for midnight to 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But that's why I left them covered, because I didn't feel like coming out here every day and uncovering them. Even though I'm guessing that covering them could have an effect on the oxygen they're receiving, but I don't think these plants were overly concerned about it. I know I wasn't. I've done it before. So here's my cabbage. Still looking good. This one's forming a head. So is that one. That's Bear saying hi to somebody. So my cabbage does look good. Very happy about it. Now these are the plants that I was worried about. My broccoli. They had just started forming heads. Little tiny head up in there. This one here too. Yeah, a couple inches across. Only thing I could do is put the plastic and put some pine straw, pine needles. See if I can give you a better view of this one here without casting too much of a shadow. Yeah, they did pretty well. Here's another one here. Still not big yet, but still. My main concern was doing whatever I could do to protect them. I don't think this one has a head yet. This one right here does. Of course, most of the pine needles had already fallen off, so, but still, thrilled about those. Last year we had a bad frost, and it lasted 48 hours, and some stuff that had heads on it was just completely destroyed. Not all of them. Now here, these guys along here, my collard greens. My collard greens are really champions when it comes to dealing with the frost, especially when they have a little bit of age on them. Younger plants, I would have been more concerned, but these guys here, they did just fine. I got more along here. All of them look very good. I have some, I believe, my labels might have come off, but I believe this might be cheddar cauliflower. No heads on it, but that's fine because I would have been worried if they did have heads because those really got hit up last year really hard because of the frost. Now these guys here, my carrots, my beets, and my onions, these guys, oh my goodness. I had them covered initially, but some wind blew the covering off, so they were uncovered for at least 3, maybe 4 days. They handled it well. They're flopping a little bit, but I could care less. And I'm going to overwinter these anyway. So eventually, a lot of the leaves will die off, but the carrots will stay on the ground, and they will start growing again in the spring. And hopefully, I will have a good carrot harvest. Same thing with my beets. I'm going to leave these out here, let them stay. Not overly concerned. This is a small variety beet. See what that one right there. So my carrots, definitely not concerned about these guys here. I have red, yellow, and I think some white. These were actually some carrots that I had grown earlier in the year, and they didn't get big, so I just restuck them in the ground. I figure, what the heck, maybe I can get them to keep growing, and they are. Now here, remember correctly, these guys here are these cauliflower or Brussels, not Brussels sprouts. My tags are buried from weeds. It's some type, oh, here it is. Let's see. Okay, cheddar cauliflower. So these guys here are cheddar cauliflower. They look great. They had not formed heads yet. This one here looks like it might be getting ready to. Okay, next to the cheddar cauliflower, I have some more varieties of these. Almost, funny. I was thinking that these were collard greens before, but they look kind of like turnip greens. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to harvest them anytime soon because I knew I did plant some turnip greens by seeds, but as you can see, I've had problems with my labels because some of them have washed off. Now this here is definitely collard greens. That's probably more of those possibly turnip greens. We'll see. I thought all of these were initially collard greens, but they're looking a lot like, well, this, honestly, I'm not even going to say. I'll figure it out when I figure it out, and I will let you know. Definitely collard greens, collard greens, collard greens. This little guy here was a volunteer collard green that was next to my possibly turnip greens. Here's some more random plants back here. I'm not going to try to tell you what they are. These are small cabbage. These guys here I was really concerned about, more so than almost anything else because they are really young. These are collard greens. That's supposed to be a collard green. No, not collard greens, cabbage. So all those small ones down here are cabbage. These guys here are cabbage too. These are red cabbage from seed. They're a long way from being ready to harvest or even form a head. But these guys here should be great. Cabbage does very good in the fall and winter. And since they dealt well with the freeze I had, I'm not at all concerned about them not being able to get through the rest of the winter. These guys handled it well. They were covered, but hey, they're young. They're babies. Once again, my labels rinsed off. So these, I'll have to figure out what it is. If you know what it is, or you have an idea what it is, it might be some type of red kale. Not sure. I know I had some Russian kale. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe these are the Russian red kale. I'll Google a picture of it and see if I can figure out exactly what these are. Here's another label. Oh, purple cauliflower. That's what that is. Well, maybe, because I have these here in front of that label. So, like I said, I'll figure it out and let you know what it is before I eat them. I have, oh, these guys here are my favorite. Let me get to the beginning of the row here, because these guys here, these were or are supposed to be collard green plants from seed. These were actually not just from seed, but they were volunteer plants, so they did very well. Some bugs have been eating on them, but I get the feeling that the bugs are probably dead now. So not worried about those at all. I wasn't at all as far as the frost goes. I have some all up in the weeds, some Swiss chard. They did okay. This one here is looking a little funky, but maybe I stepped on it. More Swiss chard here, more Swiss chard. That one there was looking funky, like I stepped on it. The spinach did great. No problems at all with the spinach. I've been harvesting off of these. Random plant, another random plant. Hey, my labels. Sometimes when I got to the point where my garden was almost full, I started struggling to find spots for things, so I just stuck them where I could. And my lettuce, my tango leaf lettuce did great. I had harvested on these before, at least 2 times. This leaf lettuce here did great. No signs of, a little signs of frost damage. A little bit. I don't know if you can tell that by the way the leaves are looking, but yeah, this one here is almost gotten translucent at certain spots. But the plant survived, so I think they done okay. So most of what's in my main garden looks great. But I do worry about having the frost last more than, 10, 12 hours. What's going to happen when we have those 24-hour frost, 48-hour frost, or even longer? So that's why I have ordered some frost covering. The plastic did well, but I think something that retains the heat even more, that's going to protect the leaves even more, is going to help me do better. I may even put a hoop house over a couple items to give it even more protection. But let's go check out my side garden. And of course, if you've seen my shorts, you know what happened in my side garden. So come on, let's take a look. Now, when it came to my secondary garden on the side of my house, I did not cover one of these plants. Not any of them. They're drooping a little bit because it was cold last night. I think it got down to about 22 degrees, something like that. But as you can see, my mustard greens, these guys are just cold weather champs. I can't believe how well they've done. They're drooping a little bit, but it's warmed up, so they're coming back. Look at these guys here. These red mustard greens, these guys look like they're on summer vacation. I mean, this is just crazy. And of course, my lacinato kale, or dinosaur kale as they're called, these guys here, they look like they haven't been touched. So for me, once again, this is proof that if you plant the proper things in your grow zone, your vegetable garden will do better. I'm probably going to harvest these mustard greens next week because we're going to get another frost, actually a couple more frosts next week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to harvest them before the frost or if I'm going to harvest them after the frost, because part of me doesn't want to cut on them because I'm doing the cut and come again method on these guys. So part of me doesn't want to cut on them and have them feel like they have to repair themselves when they're dealing with the frost. So we'll see what we do. I'll let you know.